Are you confused about which part of Austin will be perfect for you? Don't worry, I've got you covered. We cover them all. And today we're in Central Austin. Think up to 51st Street, down to the University of Texas campus, out to the lake and over to I-35. Well, what on earth does that mean? Well, that means Hyde Park, Rosedale, Tarrytown, Deep Eddy, Old West Austin with Pemberton Heights and Bryker Woods and North Loop. Those are the in general neighborhoods we're going to cover today, and I'm going to show you 4 properties, all under $1 million. And yes, that's a big deal because in this part of town, the prices are much higher, and we'll go through that when we get started. Why don't we get started right now on Central Austin? Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper. My team and I get calls and emails from people just like you needing help finding the perfect home in Austin, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move today, tomorrow, or somewhere in between, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We absolutely love helping you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Now, on to Central Austin. First of all, the average home price in the area is around $1,500,000. So today we're going to stick under $1 million and show you what you can get. We're going to show you 3 homes that are built in the 40s and 50s and 1 home that's a newer construction built in 2021, so you can kind of compare the apples and oranges and see what fits best for you. Now let's get going. So what are some characteristics of Central Austin? Well, it's got some historical charm and character, more so than any other part of the city because it's been here the longest. So think about, you've got some Victorian homes, you've got some craftsman homes, you've got a lot of rebuilds that have been built back to look like that. So it's just got that charm, unlike the new neighborhoods where every other house looks the same. So you're also going to have that kind of that sense of community. Most people that live in Central Austin are super proud that they live there, so they stick together and hang out with one another in the parks and the coffee shops and the restaurants. So it's a really nice vibe and very cool, friendly atmosphere. In addition to just kind of being a cool vibe, there's lots of things that you're convenient to. Downtown shopping, you've got grocery stores, you've got Central Market in kind of the center, you've got the big H-E-B down on Lake Austin Boulevard right by Lions Golf Course. Brand new, it's got 2 stories, it's super modern, wonderful restaurants on the inside. So you've got ease of grocery shopping, you've got little boutique shops, think mom and pop shops more than big franchises in this central part of town, and you've got a lot of walkability. So most people want to be able to get on their bike or get on their stroller or scooter and get to things easily, and that's one of the reasons that there's a premium in Central Austin, because you're convenient to everything. You can work in any part of town and still the commute just won't be that bad. And then you've got the parks. No matter which section you're living in, every little section has its own park, and then you have the big parks on top of that. And we didn't even really talk about Shoal Creek Trail too much today, but it runs down the center of all of Central Austin, so you'll find tons of runners and bikers using that as it goes north and south and is a protected trail for that. In addition to the Shoal Creek, the Laguna Gloria Art Museum is another treasure of Austin. It's out on the west side. It's right next to Westwood Country Club, and Westwood Country Club is another gem of the kind of Central Austin. Westwood Country Club is a tennis and kind of social club with dining and fitness, no golf there. So your golf in the Central Austin part of town is going to be Lions, Municipal, the little Hancock that I will show you, and then the nearest country clubs are going to be your Austin Country Club or Great Hills. Maybe Westlake Country Club as well, but those are going to be the closest ones geographically speaking by map to the Central Austin area. Currently, Austin Country Club membership is full. You have to get on the waiting list. Great Hills Country Club membership just went full this last week. So they're starting a waiting list right now. And Westlake Country Club is on the verge, but I have not heard that they're full yet. So if you're thinking you want to be a member of one of these courses, you might as well get on the list now, no matter where you live. And then down the road in a year or month, or however long it takes you to get in, you'll be ready to go once you move to Central Austin. This next home we're going to see is in the heart of Old West Austin, Bryker Woods to be exact. Now this one right here, this little baby was built in 1952. It's listed for $750,000, and believe it or not, it's in a multiple offer situation, so it's likely going to go for much more than $750,000. If it were to go at list price, that puts it at $500 a foot. It's 1,500 square feet, a 3-2, and it's 0.135 acres. So there is enough room to, kind of build something new if you like, remodel what's here. But nonetheless, this part of town is so sought after. The location is walkable to all things on 38th Street. You're right by Mopac, you're right by Lamar. So the location brings a premium, and that's why that old house right there is in multiple offers at $750,000. So we've just driven down to Pease Park. As you can see, it's a central Austin specialty. It's a place where people can come and hang out outdoors, bring their dogs, bring their kids, or just hang out for a picnic. It's also the location of Eeyore's picnic that happens once a year. You'll have drum circles under all the trees. I'll take you over there and show you in just a second where it is, not the actual drum circles, because it's not Eeyore's birthday today. But people come out and hang out here. There's a little playground, there's tennis courts, and all of this property that's around this area, up in these hills up here, is especially brings a premium. As we're located right now, we're just to the west of the University of Texas, so we're between the University of Texas and Mopac, about the middle of town, so it's an ideal location to commute to absolutely anywhere. You can see they have food truck out and playground area for the dogs to run around, basketball courts over there, an extensive playground for the outdoor lovers. This is the Tarrytown Deep Eddy part of town. Think the southwest corner of the central Austin we're covering today. We're very near Lions Golf Course, and right behind me you can see O. Henry Middle School that all of these communities will feed into. Well, most of them that we've talked about today. So our next house is right here. This cute little 2-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1947. It's listed for $867,000. That puts it at $663 a square foot. So it's 1,307 square feet. And that's about what you can get in this part of town. The smaller homes, just simply because of its location. It has been fixed up nicely on the outside, but it's pretty small compared to what you're going to get if you find a new construction in the area that's more along the lines of about 3,000 square feet. So this is an example of the Tarrytown, 1,307 square feet. It's on just over 0.12 acres, so pretty small lot. And you can see that it's in the back. You can see how close the neighbors are. So that is how you can stay under $1 million in Tarrytown and Deep Eddy. So we're here at Lions Municipal Golf Course. It is in the heart of Central Austin. The nickname for the course is called Muni. Everyone lovingly refers to it as Muni. And there's been a lot of pressure as of late to develop this land. It's about 141 acres right in the heart of the sweet spot of Austin. We've got the lake just over here. We've got the center of Austin just over here. So right now they're leasing the land from the University of Texas, and there's a lot of a lot of groups that have banded together to save Muni because of that pressure to develop it because of its location. But right now you can see they've got a driving range, it's got 18 holes, it's a municipal golf course right in the center of town, and if you want to play quick or get a quick tee time, it's right in the middle of central Austin. It is the most convenient to downtown and to everyone living in Old West Austin, right here at the Lions Municipal Golf Course. Oh, did I mention it's been around since the 30s? It's been a long time, so there's a lot of love and history that goes into this course. That's why so many people and hometown pros are fighting for it to stay alive and not be developed. We're in the heart of central Austin. Most convenient neighborhood to this, probably Rosedale. We're between Rosedale and Hyde Park. We're actually at the Central Market, which is one of the best grocery stores in town. In this strip mall, we've got a little shopping like the Gap. You've got some hair salons, nail salons, jewelry stores, a lot of little things you can get done, knock off some errands in this area. Then across the street, we have some eateries like Taco Shack and Rudy's Barbecue. Just down the way over there, we've got the Seton Hospital, so you're very close to all medical things in this part of town. And then as we look up to the north, just to prove the luxury part of town exists, we've got the Lamborghini dealership up there. And then just a couple more blocks up, we have Uchiko, which is a great sushi restaurant, highly recommend. So you can see, you kind of get the pulse of what's in the middle of all these neighborhoods that we're talking about today, between Hyde Park, Rosedale, Tarrytown, Pemberton, North Loop. We're right in the middle of it right now, and Central Market is the kind of the heartbeat grocery store. They even have live music out back and a huge playground for the kids. So people don't just come here and shop for their groceries, they come here and hang out for a long time because it's easy. You can have food, drinks, kids play, hang out, listen to live music for hours. It's a great spot to be. This property here is a typical Hyde Park home. It's built in the mid-40s, and it's got a front house and a garage apartment. And you'll see that a lot in this part of town as people try to make infill as much as possible and make their dollars stretch as far as possible so they can rent out that garage apartment. So this one right here is the one we're checking out at the moment. It's listed for $845,000, which puts it around $418 a square foot for the total footage. So in the front house, it's 1,467 square feet. That's a 3-2, and then they have a 552 square foot garage apartment. It was built in 1946 and has been updated over time, and with that garage addition, so they probably have it rented out. You could rent out both of them. You could do even some short-term rentals here, so there's a variety of options. Now, this is also typical of Central Austin. Anywhere you have a new construction right next to one of these 1940s charming homes. Across the street, we've got a little bit modern build there, right next to a classic Craftsman. And again, new construction across the street. So you get it a little bit of a mix down in this area. Unless you're in the actual historical district, you don't have any rules preventing you from doing something a little bit more modern. So you're depending on when the house was built, if it was a tear down or not, worthy of rebuilding, or if they could save it and fix up what was there. That's kind of what determines what you're going to see on these Central Austin lots. We're right down here in the center of Hyde Park, in front of Hyde Park Grill that's been here since the early 80s. This fork has been there since I was in college, probably since the beginning in the early 80s as well. This Antonelli's Cheese Shop is the best cheese shop in town, bar none. They have a tasting room right across the way, and then you have Cura's Grill that's across the street. Sign doesn't make it look very good, but it is wonderful Mexican food, more authentic Mexican than the traditional Tex-Mex we get around here. And then we have Uncle Nicky's, which is Italian. We have the Trattoria Pasti just across the street over here, and Quack's Bakery that has some of the best pies and pastries around. So this is kind of like the little anchor of Hyde Park, where you can get good food, great coffee, and a little bit of shopping done. Now, I wanted to show you a contrasting home that you can get down here that's relatively new. As we've been looking at homes in the 40s today, which is much more typical of the Hyde Park area, but if you're thinking about trying to find something under $1 million, what the developers have done is created these homes like this here that are very close together. In fact, they're actually condos. And this one here is 1,693 square feet. It's a 3, 2.5. It was built in 2021, so relatively new. It's going for $860,000, and that puts it around $507 a square foot. So you can get new construction, but you are on a busy street for the same price is what I'm talking about. You are on a busy street here, and you are crowded in the back. As you can see, that second unit back there is right up against it. That's what the developers have done with this condo kind of strategy. You can put more units on one lot when it's a condo. You don't have as far as setbacks. So they're filling in what would be a normal lot with 2, 3, sometimes 4 units, obviously depending on how big the lot is. But that's one way you can get a property that's newer. It's about the same price point as those 40s builds. So I just wanted to show you this newer one to put things in perspective from those 1940s houses of similar sizes that we've been viewing today. So when you have these kind of condoized communities, you're going to get more bang for your buck on the inside, but not so much on the outside. The yards are a little small. Now, if we're talking about new construction in this central Austin area altogether, the price point is going to be much higher. I'm talking new construction on a single family lot, not condoized, not AB units. The average price point for new construction at the moment is $3,200,000. And the average square footage for these new homes is about 3,800 square feet. And so that's putting the average price per square foot at $830 a square foot. Now, depending on which part of town, how close you are to the lake, and how walkable things are, that can easily go over $1,000 a square foot. So new construction, single family homes, you can maybe get a smaller one, depending on the location, in the low millions, like 1,250,000-ish. And they go up to the multi-millions. And I had the pleasure of walking into a $27 million home on the lake in Tarrytown not too long ago, and it was absolutely just gorgeous. So kind of the upper limit, there is no limit, because it depends on your view, location on the water, and of course, how big the home is and the finish out. We're still in the heart of Hyde Park, and we're right here next to the Hancock golf course. As you can see behind me, it's just a little flat piece of land. They do have 9 holes out here, but it's more of just kind of a practice facility if you can't get anywhere further out of town where there's a proper 18 holes. So it's used by the residents, not too many. Sometimes it's even used more as a dog running area than a golf course, but you can get some practice in here. Little Hancock golf course. So that wraps it up. Central Austin in a nutshell. We've been from Hyde Park to Rosedale down to Deep Eddy and a few spots in between. Does this community kind of resonate with you and you want to see more? Well, give me a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.